This vehicle is leaving the station. Please hold on. Please move to the center of the vehicle and away from the doors.
From the secret bunker in Southeast Georgia, welcome back to the No Weed Geek. I have theme park news, and this, I think, could be a good thing, but let's take a look. This news comes from the blog Pirates and Princesses, who are also affiliated with Clownfish TV. Please do check them out on YouTube. The Mandalorian and Favreau Filoni's universe to replace the sequel trilogy characters in Galaxy's Edge? Could this be a shot in the arm that maybe Disney Parks needs, at least Disney World Parks, because Disneyland still isn't open? The article says the info is coming out of Lucasfilm Fast and Furious, and particularly from the Kathleen Kennedy side of things. And I find this interesting. It says, essentially, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have formed a partnership which is buoyed by Bob Iger and Bob Chapek. What they're doing is ingenious. They're building the Star Wars streaming and cinematic universe that follows the MCU blueprint. The difference is they're doing it with streaming series that give them significantly more screen time to tell their stories. The plan is to revere George Lucas, restore the original characters back to glory, tell an engaging saga that crescendos with a battle against Thrawn, all while preparing to fix the problems of the sequel trilogy. Eventually, they'd like to do a trilogy that chronologically follows the sequel trilogy and features Grogu. I assume that means the next trilogy would be set many decades into the future in the franchise's fictional timeline. That sounds great. While all that's going on, Kathleen Kennedy gets some side projects with small budgets to do whatever the zany stuff she wants. But they have to be kept away from the Star Wars streaming and cinematic universe. They don't get to touch. The article claims that Favreau and Filoni report directly to Iger, and Kennedy gets no say on anything they're doing, even though she can provide notes. Now on to the theme park part of the story. It says, remember when Galaxy's Edge was opened and attendance at Disneyland actually dropped? She was the one who convinced Iger to jettison the original plans that would have gone with a more unified Star Wars land that would have meshed together elements of the prequels, originals, and sequel trilogies, which is verified by former employees that worked for the Galaxy's Edge project. Can you imagine if Galaxy's Edge had all of that combined versus just this one little moment in time in the sequel trilogy that no one really cares about in 2020? It says, well, guess what's happening at Hollywood studios now in Galaxy's Edge? People don't want to see Rey. Rey who? They don't want to see Emo Ren that killed Han Solo. People want to see the Mandalorian. People want to see Ahsoka Tano. People want to see Grogu. And people want to see Luke Skywalker. What does Disney want to see? Disney wants to see money. So the article corroborates some rumors that have been floating around about changes to Galaxy's Edge. According to a source close to Walt Disney World management, Josh D'Amaro, at the behest of Bob Iger, has started the process of determining the costs and logistics for transitioning Galaxy's Edge in both Hollywood studios and Disneyland to the timeline of The Mandalorian. They say mostly they think this would be a press release, a bit of marketing, a change in characters you can meet and roam the land. They'd have to tweak the two attractions with, some up-to-date adjusted animatronics, create some type of story that makes Rise of the Resistance make sense being there in the first place. What they do say is that when Disneyland reopens, they're no longer interested in playing around. They want people excited and in the parks. And what brings excitement? Grogu brings excitement. So can you imagine being in Galaxy's Edge with Ahsoka, Boba, Luke, Mando, Grogu, and 100% less of Kylo and the updated Duck Troopers? The article concludes, it's just a matter of time. And I agree with that. Again, what does Disney care about? Disney cares about money. And what is not making money in 2020? Sequel, trilogy, anything. The movies, the DVDs, toys. No one's buying the toys. There's a dark ray that some people are picking up, which was a 10-second vision in a film that never actually happened. There was potential in the sequel trilogy, but it didn't live up to that potential. There are a number of reasons, and you can go do your own research on that. But what Disney understands is what is currently making them money. And there's one thing, and it's The Mandalorian as far as Star Wars is concerned. So could I see them actually retrofitting Galaxy's Edge with Mandalorian timeline and characters associated with The Mandalorian, if it means attracting people into the parks and making them money like Harry Potter does for Universal? Absolutely, I do. And I hope it happens, and I hope we see an announcement about that soon. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Do you like Galaxy's Edge? Have you been? Is there a desire for you to go? Do you want to see a refreshed Galaxy's Edge in the Mandalorian timeline? Put your comments down below. Also, this channel is new, and if you'd like to help me on my first push for 100 subs, click subscribe. It means the world to me. I appreciate it so very much, and I hope to see you back here again real.
This vehicle is leaving the station. Please hold on. Please move to the center of the vehicle and away from the doors.